FNL Vintage. Retro runway footage. Resurfaced interviews. And style archives. Revisit iconic collections. And celebrities. Of fashion seasons past.
What's up? This is Aubrey and Ginger, and I'm hanging with my baby's daddy, Rocco, for Fashion News Live.
I'm here with Aubrey from Daddy Decane. How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm good. So your dog's grown a little bit in the last month since the last time we saw you in New York.
Right, she's getting big.
Yeah.
She's fully grown now.
And is she?
Woman.
And is she wearing? Oh, she's tired. Is she wearing her Halloween costume?
She's wearing one of her Halloween costumes. We're actually gonna be, the Little Mermaid and Sebastian for Halloween. But she's the devil tonight. I think she's wearing what I'm feeling.
And who made what she's wearing?
A pet boutique in New York. She doesn't have anything couture on tonight.
And what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Shiki.
If I take a step back, would you twirl for us so our camera can pan up and down? So what have you been up to? Thank you very much for that pretty twirl.
You're welcome. I have been up to tons. I just got done doing Broadway. I just did the cover of Complex magazine, and we just finished filming the ending of Making the Band, and I have tons that I'm doing in the future that I can't really announce yet.
Now, when I get back from New York, because I talked to you in New York for Fashion Week, I flew back. I live in LA. I'm LA based. Where are you, LA based or New York based?
I live everywhere. I really do. I have a place in Newport Beach, but I live in New York so much of the time.
So I was watching the program on MTV, and I saw that Sean Combs said, "You're out of the band." And I was like, oh, wow. That was crazy.
What do you think about that?
I thought he was a little bit too harsh. I personally thought...
Do you want to see the band without me in it?
No, because without you, that doesn't exist.
Rocco. He's a fan of me. He loves me.
Sean, without her...
We go way back.
That's right, and without this woman...
I have one of your interviews on my MySpace.
We have to be MySpace friends.
I know. You have to check out my MySpace. You're up on it.
Okay, so then after the interview...
Our first interview.
Really?
Years back.
Wow. All right, so Sean, if she's not in the band, you don't get the band anymore. That's just the way it works. There's a reason why you were so attracted to her in the beginning of the show, and people saw that chemistry through the TV. And all the audience and all the viewers and all the listeners that keep buying the albums and support this girl because she's part of the band.
My spokesperson.
That's right. So you got to keep her on.
I just want to say I love all the girls in Danny Decane, and I love pop, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. And I think that, you know, life brings you exactly what it should, and I'm not worried at all. And at the end of the day, I would rather be hated for being me than loved for being something that I'm not.
That's right. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm sure I see you around all the time.
I know. I'm always everywhere.
We're backstage at LA Fashion Week Spring '09. I want to introduce you guys something, a new term I just came up with. This is what you call a beauty orgy. It's when a bunch of people, you got professional hair, professional makeup, assistants, all touching you at the same time, but not in any type of sexual way, but in a beauty way to make these models look perfect so they can be on the runway right here at LA Fashion Week Spring '09, only at Smashbox Studios. I think that's funny. Is that funny? I think that was funny. I'm standing here front row with Steven and George Bloodwell, who's a very famous celebrity stylist. How are you?
I'm very well. Nice to see you. Looking very handsome.
Thank you, Steven. Nice seeing you too.
Good to see you, Rocco.
I miss your wife here. Normally she's with you.
Yeah, she is normally here. She's taking care of our son right now. You know.
So how's everything going with the publication?
It's going great. Have you seen it lately?
I look at it every time it comes out. It's beautiful.
George is our new editor at large.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you. I've been with him a while, but I'm excited because the new issue comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have Paris Hilton on the cover.
Looking better than ever.
Yeah.
Not the usual Paris. She looks fantastic.
Very artsy and eccentric and Very interesting look on the cover. And the last one was Dieter von Teese, and we got lots of feedback that it was a great. The magazine's just getting better and better, and people are trying to find it. It's hard to find sometimes. It sells out so quickly.
So, George, what's the twist that you're bringing to the publication now, Gen Lux?
Good question.
Humor.
What is it that you want to see him bring to the magazine?
His sense of style and his understanding of really how to put looks together, and he has a great celebrity background as far as working with key people. He styled Helen Mirren for the last Academy Awards, and so he brings a lot of cachet to the book.
Luckily enough, I've worked with so many of them, like the Catherine Zeta-Jones, Halle Berrys, Faye Dunaway's, the old divas like Helen Mirren and Faye Dunaway and Shirley MacLaine's. I've done the hot mistresses like Pamela Anderson's and the Carmen Electras, and the beautiful ones, the interesting ones, Drew Barrymore and Annie Lennox. I've done so many, and a lot of male stars too.
So this new publication coming out with Paris on the cover is the first issue that you've worked on?
No. I actually...
The third issue.
Is it only the third?
Yes.
Oh.
The third one.
Fourth.
Sorry, the Paris one is the fourth one coming out.
Well, no, because also I did the first time I worked with a magazine, I was very honored to do Helen Mirren. We did the cover.
Yeah.
And then after that, I started working more, but it is 3 or 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, George, what's your take so far of LA Fashion Week from what you've seen on the runway?
It's been a double-edged sword because there was a sort of... It's interesting. I'm glad I came. Sometimes you wish the quality would be better of the fabrics. And of course, a lot of these designers are young and they don't have the resources of the big houses. But I've seen some surprisingly beautiful things. I mean, surprisingly, I don't mean to sound like it's a surprise, but really good quality. And even just now, the Samora show was very, very sweet. Beautiful.
So,
beautiful.
Steve, what is your take so far? You're coming, you have the magazine, you're creative director, now you're here, you always support LA Fashion Week, which is great.
That's really what we try to do, is support the designers of LA and make them at least try to elevate their brands if we can. And a lot of the problem with, or the challenge for LA designers is the money, basically, and being able to create brands for themselves. That's what we're trying to do, support them in that way.
Thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed seeing you guys. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm sure we'll be seeing lots of you.
I hope so. Thank you.
Take care.
I'm sitting here with the one and only Apollonia. How are you?
Hi, Rocco. Much better now.
Oh, and you also have this beautiful lady with you, Guru Tej. Did I say that properly?
Did. You said it really well.
And we're at the premiere show for a Norwegian designer by the name of Leila Havsi.
Havsi, yes.
Havsi.
We're here to support her because she's green and all her fabrics are, ecologic, eco-friendly. I thought that, Guru Tej would enjoy it. Guru Tej she's a yoga instructor and life coach, lifesaver to a lot of well-known people. I actually went into her studio to learn from her. I was in a cane because I was having some issues, not mental. Physical. No, I hurt my hip and all that, so she took care of me. So now we're chilling today.
Oh, well, thank you for taking care of Apollonia. I apparently did a very good job. She's not walking with a cane anymore with her hip.
No umbrellas, yeah. Save them for flying.
So what's the biggest issue? A lot of people come to you, and I know yoga not only is a physical, but it's mainly a mental and a spiritual exercise that people do. And I find that people that are involved in yoga, it's more of a lifestyle. And I was going to ask you, with your clientele, which I'm sure you have to keep private, so I won't ask you who you work with, but what advice would you give to people that are interested in starting to do yoga? Or for myself, I did yoga one time and I was so sore, and I'm a little intimidated to go back. So what would you tell me to kind of, make me feel more comfortable with yoga?
There's a lot of things, but one is find the right place. And Kundalini yoga, everybody can do Kundalini yoga. And it's definitely lifestyle. But right now, with the stress levels of people's lives, it's like, oh my God, who doesn't want to learn something to do to get more connected to themselves and be able to breathe? So the great thing about the kind of yoga that we do at Kundalini is it's a lot of breathing, and it's a lot of things that you can do all day long. So it's not just showing up doing this really kick-ass class, which is important, but It's really learning how to be able to shift your energy all day long. You know, in like 30 to 90 seconds. Can you do this breathing thing? And I've got flip charts that you can like have on your desk and stuff. We'll get you some.
Right. I can breathe now. No, what? In theory, it's a way of life. She teaches you a way of life, so it's changed, you know, the structure of my life and how I think. I still go to a gym and train, but, you know, she teaches me, and I see her tonight at 7 because she opens up a can of whoop ass. You know, I'm in positions I never knew that I could, you know, I feel like Gumby.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the show. It's really beautiful. I saw a little preview of it backstage. All right, thank you. We're here at Smashbox Studios with Davis Factor and the mayor of LA. How's everything going?
It's going great. I loved Kevin Hall's today, his selection. I think I loved the formal wear particularly. I thought they were really beautiful.
And Davis, how's everything going with you?
Oh, the week's just started. We're really happy to be here. We're happy to have the mayor here. Very excited about the week. The Kevin Hall show is absolutely beautiful. Usually Kevin will close the week, but he was so gracious to open the week, and that way he can relax for the rest of the week and enjoy the rest of the shows. But it was a great collection. I agree with the mayor. It was very beautiful.
Mayor, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the fashion integration here in Los Angeles? You know, a lot of people think, oh, fashion, New York, New York. I actually relocated here. I live in Los Angeles now, and you know, with a fashion program. How do you think that that embeds with the culture of Los Angeles?
Well, I'd like to see more of it. We were talking about there's 455,000 jobs in the creative economy, fashion, entertainment, music, architecture, the arts, and there's not enough of a symbiosis between and a crossover between those industries, and I think it's very important to take advantage of what we have here.
Yeah.
And we have it here. We have all of it. This is the center of entertainment and culture anywhere in the world.
It seems a wedding between LA and Smashbox Studios Fashion Week, bringing it here. It's always amazing. We always love coming and covering it. Thank you so much for your time. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mayor, for your time.
Good to see you.
Right, nice seeing you too. I'm standing here with Tia Mori. Are you going to walk down the runway?
No!
You look like it. We're at the Kevin Hall show. You look great.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely.
I thought I needed to maybe have lost 10 more pounds to walk on the runway.
No, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
What are you wearing?
This is actually Kevin Hall. I'm a huge fan of him. He actually designed my wedding gown. I just got married about 6 months ago.
I gotta stop hitting on you then. I'm sorry, husband. I'm sorry. I'll stop hitting on your wife. I know she's taking women.
But I'm a huge fan of him, and he's such a great guy and with a great spirit and just extremely talented. So I'm honored to be at his show today.
I was backstage interviewing him, and I got a sneak peek of his collection, and it is breathtaking.
You know what? I did hear that one of the evening gowns was an inspiration from the wedding gown that he designed for me. So I'm just like, oh my God, I'm a part of the show. Yeah!
So tell me about the game. How's that going? You're on season 3. It's on the CW.
Yes, it's a show called The Game, and Mara Brock-Akil, who created Girlfriends, which lasted 8 years, along with Kelsey Grammer, they're the executive producers of the show. Mara's the creator, and it's going great. I mean, we're in our 3rd season, so we must be doing something right. On the CW, we're on Friday nights at 8:30, and it's just a lot of fun. I mean, I'm working with such a talented group of actors: Kobe Bell from Third Watch, Wendy Raquel Robinson from Steve Harvey Show, Brittany Daniels, you probably know her. She has a twin, Brittany and Cynthia Daniels from Sweet Valley High, but she's done amazing stuff after that. Pooch Hall, Hosea, and myself.
That was all the casting. How about the crew members now? No, I'm joking.
No, we love the crew members. The crew members are amazing. I mean, we have just a great production, our show. So I feel very honored to be working at such a crazy time with our economy. So
don't quit your job. It is a crazy time.
I know. Believe me, I'm not. I'm holding on to it. So.
Is there any dish you can give us about the show?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of drama going on with the show right now, and a lot.
You mean off scenes? You know, like.
Oh, you mean
drama
on camera?
On or off?
No,
no, at all. Both.
No, there's no drama going on off. I mean, we have such a great cast. There are no divas on our show, or divos. But I mean, with the characters, there's a lot of drama going on, and fans who do watch the show will know what I'm talking about. There's this baby drama, you know. My fiance ended up cheating on me. He ended up having a baby by another woman, and all that kind of stuff. But Melanie, my character, she's going into she's starting to be a doctor now. So she's starting to do what she loves to do. So a lot of fans will get to see her as a doctor now, which I think a lot of them have been waiting for that. So.
Are you having to learn a lot of new terminology?
Yes, and actually this is drama behind the scenes. The first week where I had to play a doctor, I actually had a mental breakdown. I was crying because I didn't.
In real life?
In real life, because it's very difficult to be a doctor, and to play one is difficult as well. I mean, you have to learn all of these new words. You have to learn how to draw blood. You have to learn as if you have been doing this for years when you haven't.
So what kind of new words have you learned? Cardiac arrest, doctor, give me the needle. I don't know.
You know what? This is how horrible and crazy the word was. I forgot it. Because it was so crazy, it was difficult, but it's just the shenanigans that come along with being a doctor. You know, when you have to feel the pulse, or where you have to feel the vein to put the needle in, how you put the needle in, how you draw the blood, how you tie the syringe, or not syringe. I think. See, I don't even know.
I don't even know either.
But,
hey, I work in TV. I'm not a doctor.
I know. I'm not a doctor. I just play one. So, whatever. But yeah, it's difficult. But so that was a little bit of behind the scenes drama. It was pretty overwhelming for me, but I got it, and it was fun. So it was a lot of fun.
I'm here with Amy Smart. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thanks.
I have to say, you're pretty much like a staple at Fashion Week. I see you in New York, I see you in LA, and you kind of.
Well, I live here, so it's a lot easier to get here. But I've been coming to the green shows and really impressed. I just saw Layla Hafsi, and her clothing is gorgeous. It's all green, natural, sustainable, environmental, and beautiful and feminine. And I'm finding that a lot of, yes, this is her clothing.
Oh,
I'm finding that
beautiful.
a lot of green designers are just starting to get more fashionable and couture and dressy. Most of them are sort of like great everyday wear. And so it was a breath of fresh air to see this designer who just has such gorgeous colors and cuts, and it looks easy and not too fussy.
So what have you been working on personally? What have you been doing?
I've been enjoying life. No. And
it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, it's a great thing. I did Crank 2 this summer, and I've got some independents coming out. Love and Dancing, which is a great little dancing film I did, and then Crank 2 is coming out in the spring. And really been busy, like going to great green events and helping out with the Obama campaign, and going to Vegas in a couple weekends to do some canvassing and GeoTV. So
yes, November 4th, you have to vote. You have to vote. You can't about what's happening and not vote. If you don't vote, then just take it, right? I mean,
we don't want to hear your
Yeah. I mean, isn't it really frustrating? People complain about our society and things that are happening, and then I ask them, hey, are you going to vote? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, what are you complaining about?
I think people would complain less if they did their homework and read and did some research and found out what issues that they care about, and find out what these candidates feel about both of them and do something about it. But I'm so impressed. Like, I went to the Obama office here and did some phone banking, and there are so many enthusiastic volunteers who have given so many hours to give to what they believe in, and I'm impressed.
So you're going to vote, right?
Yes, I actually will be absentee voting because I might be in Vegas. So.
Thank you so much for your time. You look really beautiful.
Thank you. Little European kiss. Ooh.
Yeah, double kiss.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm here with the one and only Apollonia. How are you?
Hello, Rocco. You're looking fabulous tonight, as usual.
You look very sexy. I do have to say, people are able to leave comments on the interviews, and since I've interviewed you in the past, people say that you still got it, that you're sexy sex shooter. People love you.
I'm really flattered. I'm at a loss of words. That's very sweet. I really appreciate the nice comments.
What are you wearing this evening?
Moschino and Christian Louboutin. I say in Spanish, Christian Louboutin, the shoes and the handbag and the gloves.
So we're here at the Joseph Domingo show. Are you friends with Joseph?
Yes, I am. I'm a huge admirer and friend and supporter.
And are you going to go backstage after the show and take some pieces and say, Mr. Domingo, these are mine. I have to wear them at some red carpet events.
I already have them at home.
So, what advice would you give to all those people out there that are trying to strive to do what you did? I mean, you grew up a surfer, if I understand correctly. You know, you grew up surfing on the beach here in California. Then you end up working with Prince and becoming a star and still very, very beautiful and sexy. And I mean, what advice would you give to other people trying to kind of follow in your footsteps? I know that it's a different era now, it's a different time, you know, with MySpace and Facebook, and now we have computer programs where everyone thinks they're a singer because they can sing at home and make their own tracks and all that.
Nothing's changed. The world has changed around us, but if you persevere, believe in your talent, study, really embellish and fine-tune your talent, whether you're an actor, a singer, a model, or designer, and believe in yourself and don't let anybody stop you.
And what have you been up to since the last time I spoke to you?
Making dreams come true, my production company.
And how is that going?
It's been going great. It's been terrific. I'm just really happy that I actually got time to come out here tonight. And to see you, Rocco.
And to see you too.
We love you.
I love you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you,
Rocco
sir.
rocks.
Apollonia is still a sex shooter.
Rocco's hot.
Apollonia is hotter.
I'll give you my number later.
Yes, please. We'll have to go for a drink. Thank you. Kojo, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm very disappointed in you.
Why?
First of all, the microphone is lower. Okay, I'm getting claustrophobia. Second of all, you're not selective. You know what? You're a bold-faced liar, a schmoozer, a worker, and a social climber. You are so, like, you see people, fashion icons like me backstage. You're all about, oh my God, it's all about you. It's all about you. You're the only person I want to speak to. Then I see you, and you exploit this. You sell this to like Radio Saudi Arabia, and then you've got every other fashion person there. So it's not an exclusive place I want to be.
That's why you're on camera right now. It is exclusive.
Okay,
it's only the
talk
top
to
of the
me.
top. It was like Molly.
You live in
Simmons
LA
and then-
now. I
Yes.
want to know what's going. Are you getting more laid now that you're in LA than in New York?
I lay every night on my bed and I fall
Are you
asleep.
getting more laid? I don't go to the cheap places that you probably go to, like the Abbey and disgusting places like that.
Club 11.
Yeah, I don't.
Melrose,
Obviously,
all
you've
that.
never seen me in one of those places.
No, he keeps jerking on my mic. You know, if you keep jerking on it, something might shoot out of it. You gotta be careful.
You've gotten quicker. A little dirtier, but definitely quicker.
It's because I've been
with
living in
time.
Los Angeles.
And do you like it here?
Actually, yes. The climate's really beautiful. I am from Florida.
Originally?
Yeah, originally from Florida, but I spent a lot of time in Europe. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. People are laid back. I mean, there's nothing like New York City.
Okay,
you know,
you're
where I
putting
see
me
it.
to sleep. Let's bring it back to me.
Okay, I want to know what's happening. I want to know how you felt when I think it was TMZ called you Brittany or whatever.
Did they call me Brittany?
Yeah, was that nasty? You were at the airport and you had some shawl.
Oh yeah.
That was so nasty, you TMZ
No,
people
I don't
out
think
there.
It's nasty at all. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I rip people to shreds hourly, so I take it as the greatest badge of honor. The way if I make fun of somebody's clothes, I don't do Z-list. So if I'm being made fun of, I think it's great. And I mean, I would compare myself more to Gwyneth. Or to Charlize.
You were more beautiful than Gwyneth and Charlize.
Well, you know, more of a cultured, classy kind of chic, polished girl. I don't really see myself in the Britney. And it wasn't a shawl, darling. It was an Ann Demeulemeester, one-of-a-kind runway, purple, shawly, groovy thing. So get your stuff together.
It was TMZ that said that.
I know, I think.
TMZ.
Pubic hairs.
You keep playing with my mic.
I know. Honey, I don't want you. I wanted you for 10 seconds when I first met you. Now you're dried up. You've been in LA.
Well, I've only been here for a year. No, 1 year. I've been in LA for 1 year.
You've probably slept with all the usual suspects, all the top power agents. I know how it works. All the closeted queens.
Now we know how Kojo got where he
is. When Katie's in New York. Okay, we need to end this. I don't want to get in any more
Thank you so
trouble.
much for your time.
Rocco, you have blossomed into a camellia. You have become, when I first met you, were such an innocent, you were rough around the edges, and you've really become better. You are the future Elsa Clench.
And you are no longer
remember
JoJo.
Yeah, and you used to call me JoJo.
And you called me Rocco or something like that.
Your name is Rocco, isn't it?
Yeah, Rocco, but you called me something else.
I don't know, Kako or Rocco.
Yeah, Kako, JoJo.
Okay, we're backstage
All right.
at Lauren Conrad.
Spring 09.
Spring 09, lots of love. You will not, this is the only show I'm coming to. The parking here is hazardous. The people, I don't like their hairstyles. I don't like the bags that they're carrying. So this is my one and only appearance at LA Fashion Week. Enjoy it while you have it. I mean, they're wearing they're wearing like knockoff bags and knockoff Valentinos. If you can't afford it, don't buy it.
I'm standing here with Dania Ramirez. ¿Qué pasa, chiquita? ¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa contigo?
¿Todo bien? Yes,
todo bien, todo bien.
I need to learn how to speak Spanish. Yo quiero hablar español so I can comprende.
A little bit.
A little bit. Italiano is very similar. But,
Okay,
you know,
very similar, yeah.
So the last time I talked to you was right here on the runway at LA Fashion Week.
Right.
And you told me about the effects with your eyes because when you get upset, you kill people.
That's right. When I get scared or sad, I tend to kill a bunch of people.
You're not going to kill me. I didn't make you
But
mad.
you know what? It's okay now. I can control it now. And if you've been watching this season, then you get to understand a little bit more why it happens.
Are there any secrets you can tell us? Or you're going to have to kill us if you tell us, right?
I'm going to have to kill you if I tell you. I can tell you that there's a bunch of people that are going to become test subjects, and we're all going to get into a little bit of a sticky situation.
Wow.
That's a little spoiler right there. I think I did good.
Yeah, I think you did a very good
I
job.
did good by telling you a little something.
So what are you wearing? You look amazing.
This is Whitley Cross top. I'm wearing Chloe boots. And, you know, just a little vintage jewelry. Kind of rock it out a little bit.
You say muy bonita.
Muy bonita.
Muy bonita. I mean, you're very beautiful, right?
Sí, sí, gracias.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. I'm on the runway with Rebecca and Terry Crews. You guys look like you belong on the runway. You guys look sharp.
Man, how can you not come to a fashion show and not try at least to be fashionable? You see the Pradas? I want to see the blue Pradas. Or something I picked up in New York. Oh, I'm sorry, the Tiffany cufflink. Oh, what is this? It's a sustainable silk tie. It's sustainable because we're at an Echo show today. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm just feeling real lovely, and this is my first time being at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week thing. I'm really excited.
It's really exciting, right?
It is. It's cool. I mean, I always liked it. I love fashion. I went to New York for a couple shows from Fashion Week over there, and now I want to see what the LA thing is all about.
And what are you wearing?
You know, I pulled this literally off the rack and threw it on, so I don't know. But my bag is Charles David. I so love it. That's the highlight. So.
Very beautiful red black bag right there.
Love his stuff.
So what have you been working on? I think Terminator. There's all types of things you're working on.
I mean, yeah, I did a little spot in Terminator 4. I'm shooting a movie called Middlemen at the end of the month with Giovanni Ribisi, Luke Wilson, James Caan. Then I got a big one coming out with Gerard Butler next summer called Game. It's a big action movie, and I'm just excited. And we just wrapped the 4th season of Everybody Hates Chris. So I stay working, dude. I got too many kids. I got to work.
I'm standing on the runway with Vincent DePaul. I haven't seen you on the runway since we were in Milan together, but I was sitting front row and I saw you. I was like, wow, Vincent did a special runway premiere for this eco-friendly designer.
Absolutely. It's about being eco-friendly, and it's about celebrating being green. And also, it doesn't matter if you're in Milan, Paris, or Culver City here in California. We can all give back to the community. And what a great collection. And Rocco, you just really make me happy to see you here after all these years. It's great, looking amazing as ever. And also for you to celebrate fashion. I mean, seeing you all the time, being here at the shows, and you having a cognizance of fashion, being a runway model yourself, and to be able to tell all the viewers out there about style, trends, what's happening in the industry. It's great.
Wow, thank you so much.
No worries at all. So M. Herrera is such a great designer. I love his stuff.
And how did you get involved?
Well, M asked me to model. We had met at a other event, another eco-friendly event, and he said, hey, would you like to do the show? I said, I would be honored to do the show, because your clothing are all natural. The hemps, the fabrications, they're all self-sustaining and leaving a footprint behind that we're preserving not only the trees and the forest. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Peace. Look, it's Clark Kent. That we're preserving for the next generations to come.
Cool.
So,
thank you, Vincent, so much. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you, Rocco.
Absolutely. Have a good day.
Peace.
Peace.